What are two realistic announcements that you would like to hear from E3? Realistic, not crazy.
I'll go first, since that name and that asker of questions seems pretty intelligent. The first one, I want to, and Brett, I want a Starfield date. Whether, and I predicted this before the show. We were talking about it. I think we might get a date. I just don't think we're going to get a 2021 date. I think we're going to get a 2022 date. So I would like to hear a date for Starfield. And also, I would like to it sucks because we can't bring up Sony in this because who knows what the hell they're gonna do. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna stick with Microsoft. I also want to see what more of Elder Scrolls.
And
just a little bit more.
Think we'll actually
mind reading genius bastard.
Oh boy.
I just think that they're realistic. I mean, we kind of gotten a little bits and pieces in the past. It's been years since these games have been announced. I'm pretty sure Starfield we're going to see gameplay, and Elder Scrolls I'm pretty sure we're going to get more of the world. We're not going to get gameplay or anything, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be like, oh, so this is what this game's going to be about for the most part. I think we're going to get that kind of stuff.
I would agree. Honestly, that's a 1-2 punch because. I don't think I'm the only person that, has heard when they said like, oh, we're going to talk about this stuff. Anybody who's waiting on Elder Scrolls news knows that it's, coming after Starfield, at least according to what they said. If they're not fucking liars, there's a good chance that they are. But a great way to kind of throw people a curveball on this one, be like, here's Starfield. And now before we go, Elder Scrolls. And just one right after the other, watch people fucking foam at the mouth and pass out. That would be not only an amazing way to conclude their conference to really drive shit home, but it's not really that unrealistic.
Yep. Man, it makes a lot of sense. Oh, number 3, by the way, is Connectimals.
Number 3. We got 2 here, man. All right, I keep saying it. Starfield Xbox exclusive. I want to see that. Again, I just want to see the chaos that follows on Twitter. So that'll be fun. I really do.
Some people want to see the word.
I'm telling you, I'm just gonna. You know what? I won't even. I'm not even gonna post the link to the story. I'm just gonna literally just write exclusive. Watch my comments because people are gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm gonna exclusive. That's it. Watch. So that's one, and then the other realistic one. Here's the thing, because a lot of these I don't think will be realistic. So this is a little bit of a tough one. But you know what? This is a little bit more of a faith one. Hellblade 2 announcement, like reveal, like a actual date, So
yeah, I think that's realistic.
So there you go. So those are my 2. Manny, what 2 realistic announcements would you like to hear at E3?
Realistic. Yeah, Starfield is exclusive, and another realistic one. You know what? Let's say Kojima's announcing a new game.
Yeah, that's not realistic.
So Manny, question. Actually, isn't that one of the questions in the for the show?
Maybe. Let me see.
So I'll ask Manny right now.
Yeah.
If we get anything from Kojima during this E3 Summer Games Fest,
by the way, shout out to Damien. He's the one that asked this.
Yes. So if anything from Kojima gets announced during this time frame, where do you think it'll be announced?
Ooh.
Oh. Well, for Kojima, to be honest, it probably wouldn't be at E3.
That is true.
It would be with his boy Jeff on.
That's right. That's 100% right. It will be.
You know what? So that makes me change. That makes me change my answer.
Oh,
thanks, Damien.
Oh no, Damien's question. Damien's question is different.
Yeah, his question is, if Kojima comes out with a game exclusive to Xbox, will you finally get an Xbox?
Well, to be honest, buying a new console has nothing to do with Kojima. To be honest.
Yeah.
If Kojima, if the game is something I'm interested, yeah, I'll definitely think about picking it up. But I mean, just because Kojima's making a game doesn't mean I'm automatically going to buy it. As far as Death Stranding goes, was all part of we were all part of the same little thing. Oh man, it sucks that he got let go from Konami. This is his triumphant point. So now it's like, okay, now what do you got?
Yeah.
Because to be honest, Death Stranding did not do very well, and we
Yeah,
know
it
this.
Yeah, it did not.
It's too it to be, and I could have. I said this from the beginning. Death Stranding wasn't a game that was for everybody, and I definitely think if he was going to be announcing a game, it's got to be a game that has a little bit more wider appeal than his weird walking simulator game, which I enjoyed, but again, it's not for everybody. Metal Gear is a bit of a different story. Even if you didn't give a shit about the crazy ass storyline the games had, you could still say the gameplay was still damn solid and it was fun.
Solid.
It was solid.
Okay. All right, Chris. Announcements. 2 realistic ones.
2 realistic ones. Well, I think we're going to see that Halo Infinite has gotten a graphical overhaul and it's fixed.
Oh, I agree. I forgot about Halo Infinite. That's right. Yeah.
And the second one, I think we will get a release date and new teaser for Breath of the Wild 2.
Interesting. Very interesting. All right, Brian.
Breath of the Wild, the game that copies everything, including itself.
Yes. All right, Brian, go ahead.
Realistic announcement. It's always hard to say, but I don't know. I actually have nothing to say because I really don't know what most of these companies are doing this year.
All right, fair enough.
Something that's not a freaking walking simulator. Something that's not a cinematic game where you just watch stuff happen. Like, no, I want to do stuff in a game. You know what? Here we go. Here's an unrealistic expectation of Sony. I want them to release a goddamn game that's not a cinematic game because I'm sick and tired of that bullshit.
What about
Give me a game
Returnal?
with actual gameplay.
What about Returnal?
What about Life of the Black Tiger?
No, seriously, the Returnal was not a
stupid.
cinematic game, you know?
Returnal was
Yeah.
barely a game.
Yo.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
started again.
Oh, man.
Do a big budget non-cinematic game. How about that?
Returnal's a big budget
Actually-
non-cinematic game.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it
You
is.
even said that. No, it's not that.
You
big
could tell they
budget.
threw money at that, dude. Presentation-wise, it's a AAA game. It's just gameplay-wise, it's an indie game, you know?
No, they need to actually do. They need to actually do something.
Yeah.
That's not just like, hey, we have cinematics. It's like, yeah, well done.
Yeah. By the way,
I'm tired of
who said that shit? John Christ said he wasted $70 on Returnal. He can't refund it. Oh,
Oh man, that's buying that's buying
brutal.
digital.
They
Brett,
suckered you.
Brett was trying to do that too.
yeah, man.
Yep.
You heard his story.
Held up by their policies. Hey,
It's crazy.
Brian, I'm actually really interested by something that Brian just said. Well, everything that Brian just said, really. And I'm wondering, do you guys think that's a sentiment amongst a lot of gamers right now?
That
Or
what?
I for some reason, as much as I've kind of been on the mindset of like, yeah, I mean, I like big cinematic games, but I'm kind of with Brian. I like to play. I like to enjoy doing things more. I actually hadn't put such a a fine point on it, and it kind of makes me wonder: do you think there's in the industry? Do you think there's cinematic game fatigue?
Not for
Sony
Sony
just
fans.
dominated.
Yeah, not for Sony fans. You know.
Well, but see, the thing, Sony has dominated for so long that the Sony fan base includes a lot of people that aren't necessarily just Sony fans.
Yeah. No, I haven't noticed that fatigue. If it exists, I'm not aware of it. People are still very happy with their cinematic games, and sales have proven people are still very, very happy with them. You know.
Well, I mean, you also got to understand that the first party consumer base is the minority in terms of getting these titles, and most of the gamers that play PlayStation games are composed of Fortnite, EA Sports, the Madden, the
that
FIFAs.
is true. Call of
Fortnite,
Duties, you know.
I don't know, did I already say Fortnite? Yeah, Call of Duty, all of those people. I think that's what most of the people who own a PlayStation play. That I think it's just the Gears and the Gears, the Uncharted's and the Last of Us are more sort of outliers in that aspect.
I was just about to say, I think now that I really think about it, even though those games do make money, they are actually the outliers. They're not common. The big cinematic AAA games, they're not as abundant as they used to be. You know?
Well, yeah. I mean, you say that, but when you talk to every PlayStation fan and you say, why are you a PlayStation fan? Why are you a Sony guy? You almost always get the exact same response. First-party exclusives.
Yeah.
And Sony only makes one kind of first-party exclusive, and that's big cinematic games.
I mean, they still get those. Again, Returnal. That's not that's a first-party game, and
Look,
it's not.
If anybody says I have a PlayStation because of Returnal,
No, I'm just
find somewhere to meet. I'll beat the shit out of you with your own shoes.
I'm just telling you, Brett, that Sony doesn't just make big AAA. That's what they're known for, but they have a lot of. We've talked about this many times. They have indie games too.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, by that line of logic, if most people who are drawn to the PlayStation ecosystem are drawn there because of big AAA cinematic games, that would say that that's a big draw for them as a company.
Yeah, but that's Sony, guys. So go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, I think what Brad's trying to say is that Sony only puts effort behind the big budget AAA games. Because again, they do.
They seem to put a lot of effort behind Eternal,
but they don't put money behind it. I mean, Destruction All Stars, that was exclusive, PS5 only game.
Yeah, no, that game left to die.
Sony did not put anything behind that because again, it's not a big budget AAA cinematic game.
Yeah. By the way, Reggie wants you to know, Brett, that he bought a PS5 for Returnal.
Oh, really?
So there you go, and he's loving it.
Oh, wow. Sorry. Are you?
No, he's loving it. He's having a great time. He's already on the 5th boss.
Oh, awesome, fantastic! That's really all that matters, bro. I could talk shit all day. You're having fun. Good on you, man.
There you go, man. Although I think your RNG is just good.
You know what? Maybe it takes all types, man. Like the game is, it's very Geometry Wars, and maybe Biomutant is hitting all my buttons, and we know how that's being savagely torn apart. The fucking media, like that's the beauty of this industry. And I really want to stress this because I can be a bit of a negative person sometimes. If you're having fun, it's all that fucking matters. We've said it before, but I'm saying it again.
There you go. That's a general thing in general. It's like, guys, if we don't like a game, doesn't mean that we are mad that you like it. We want you to like games, I think it's great that people like Returnal. I think the game is not to my liking, but I'm glad people like it, Anyway, we're getting off track here. Go ahead.
Just going to Brett's point about the getting the, Sony's fans' perspective, and I think Sony fans, they have a type, and that's the Last of Us, Uncharted, Horizon category, and there's a lot of people in that camp. So it is a significant fan base that is leaning towards that sort of experience. But I mean, you could say the same thing for the people who play Call of Duty every year for the last 15 years. I mean, they've been playing Call of Duty for the last 15 years, and they still haven't gone anywhere. So, people stick to a lot of different. I mean, freaking Mario, man. Mario has been, it's had different dimensional aspects added to the mechanics of the gameplay, but at the end of the day, it's still Mario.
Okay, here's my chance to even these scales. And I'm going to do so with some relish. Right now, I think there are a lot of people in the Sony fan base that are just there because Xbox sucks. Like, let's be fucking honest. They may not be huge into the third-party games, but their friends are. They want to play on the same system that their friends are. And it's not like Microsoft has given them any reason not to go with PlayStation. So you have the exact same games. You generally don't care about the ones that are on Xbox. You kind of just get automatically folded into the PlayStation group.
Well, Brett, I mean, you can say that every generation Sony's been in the game.
Yeah, except for some of the OG generations where it was a little bit more neck and neck. And I think that, we used to have kind of more of a 50-50 split. Not really.
Wait. No. When was it neck and neck besides PS3
era? In the States, the OG Xbox actually had a pretty good.
No, OG Xbox was
You know what?
murdered.
You can say whatever the fuck you want, man. You didn't work at a
Sales,
game shop
dude.
at that fucking
Fuck
time.
that shit. Sales. Look at the sales, dude. I'm talking
Are we
objective.
talking strictly U.S.?
We're talking the whole world, man.
Okay,
I'll look
I
it up.
just
I'll look
said.
it
Yeah,
up.
no, we're not
Here.
gonna go with with like oh, in my experience. No. We're going with worldwide sales here. That's the only thing that matters. You know?
I'm not. I want to hear U.S. sales because you know what? It
So you
does
can
kinda
win the
make-
argument then? Come on, man. That's bullshit, dude.
All right,
that?
we'll do it. Is North America fine, or does it have to?
No,
Yeah,
the
North
whole
America
world.
is-
No. The whole world. I don't accept only in America. No, the whole world. Fuck that shit.
Okay.
I will not accept otherwise. Nope.
Well, let's just dabble because I kind of want to. Xbox or OG Xbox.
Yeah.
So OG Xbox North America sold 15.7 million.
Mhm.
And what was the counterpart? PlayStation
2.
1 or
Two.
or PlayStation 2? Yeah, that was a counterpart. PlayStation 2 sold 53.6 million.
Come on,
So
man.
What's that?
52 million to 17 million. Come on, bro.
Okay.
15 million.
Yeah.
I'm still good. I still stand by it. When you were talking to people in the zeitgeist, right? Like they kind of held this neck and neck perspective. The idea was there was two major competing companies, right? Since then, it's been beaten to submission. That's not the thing anymore.
I don't know who
Right,
you were
you can't-
talking to
you can't
because even back then people were like, Xbox is getting no. The Xbox was a joke when it came out, you know. So I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
we get it. Nothing has ever competed with PlayStation. Now,
Yeah.
after PlayStation, the next one up does kind of become a thing, man. Like I get that it's dominated. I get that it's had great sales. It hasn't always been the only thing. People haven't always been exclusively Team Sony, man.
Oh no,
There has been
I agree with you.
genuine competition in the marketplace before.
Yeah, the Xbox 360 era. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm saying the OG Xbox. It was no slouch. The fucking PS2 was just an amazing selling system.
Yeah.
Like all over the world, it continued to have amazing sales. But at the time, like it's not like you didn't fucking sell any Xboxes, man.
They did, but do you? I was just taking. I was just questioning your thing. You said in the older generations it was neck and neck. I'm like, there was only one generation that was neck and neck. Every other generation, yeah,
I'm
that's the
using
only
neck
thing.
and neck.
Yeah.
I'm looking neck and neck very loosely and in terms of like zeitgeist perspective here.
All right. Well,
Like,
you gotta
they're-
use sales. You know me, brother. I need them. I work on sales, something tangible. You know.
Yeah, well, sales oftentimes like it's weird. Sales are important and they do matter, but perception is also important, right? Like if you're lagging behind, you want to put forward a little bit more media to kind of help make up for that. The idea being that the point that I'm trying to make is it wasn't one-sided, right? And it wasn't like, you know, like Xbox was necessarily the gigantic underdog. You kind of viewed them as a competitor. Probably should have thrown neck and neck in there, though. That was where I think you got hooked up.
Okay. Well, yeah. But they've always been a competitor. So, well, at least starting with the Xbox era, they've been a competitor to Sony, direct competitor. You know, because Nintendo, they're Nintendo. You know. Anyway, we went way off fucking track with this question.
Yeah, that went off the
Anyway,
rails.
Adam, welcome back, man. You were having some problems.
This whole time, man. So I got 4 beeps on my PC, and that could be things, but most of the time it's the memory. So I took them out. I did a reseat. It still didn't do it, and I was like, shit. But you know, being the computer nerd that I am, I have a lot of boxes full of parts and shit. So I'm digging through, and then sure enough, I found an envelope that had some RAM 16 gigs there. So then I went and I put those in, and it's working, and that's why right now I figured, you know what, instead of, I'm going to jump on because I want to feel it. You know what I mean? I want to have the camera on.
Yeah.
I have the audio. I have everything running. I got other apps. I'm just bumping a bunch of shit to see if this is working. Right now, no beats. It turned on with no issues. I checked the system. The system's seeing all 16 gigs with no issues. So hopefully that was it.
Wow, that's crazy.
that's pretty
Anyway, so Adam, what 2 realistic announcements would you like to hear at E3? Realistic.
From anything from E3, hardware or software.
Yeah, anything. But it has to be something that like, oh yeah, this is probably going to happen.
Get a date for Skate 4.
Okay.
Because we have no date. Because remember last time they just said
That is
we
true.
confirm
That's
we're gonna make
realistic.
it.
That's realistic. Yeah.
They just said we're gonna make it. Well, now you should give us a date, and hopefully the summertime if that's possible. So that and here's something about Grand Theft Auto. I know they don't show up, but 2K would announce something.
You think that's
with a
realistic
date.
though?
I think about this. Think about it. How long it's been? What 5-6 years? This one has been out.
No.
And
No, it's 8 years.
longer? 8 years. Oh, my bad. 8 years. So yeah, it is realistic. 8 years. We should at least get a date. Doesn't mean it's coming out tomorrow, but at least
Mind you,
something that
Rockstar rarely announces anything during E3. Keep that in mind.
No. Rockstar never does, but 2K will do something.
Maybe.
2K. It doesn't mean that. No, we're not going to see Rockstar show anything, but 2K could definitely, when they announce all their other games and then just do a splash screen. It was like GTA and play Siren. See all the stuff, boom, 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 and then maybe throw a date like 2022.
Yeah. Now Peter
like,
Moore will come
okay.
out with the tattoo.
Oh, there we go, and then rub it off afterwards.
Yeah.
Fucking bastard.
Brett, I don't think we heard your two realistic announcements. During all that.
No, I was with Carlos. But I think Starfield and Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls, yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you guys with the Battlefield, with Starfield, but it's going to be exclusive. That's what I think is going to happen.
Oh no, no, they're gonna come out and announce it and Elder Scrolls, and then say that they're both exclusive, and then just drop the mic and walk away.
God, I will.
Man,
I'm gonna be on
I hope so,
Twitter
man.
all day. Again, I'm just going to tweet out exclusive. Watch the comments, bro. Watch the comments.